Shot! Utah!
Welcome back, everybody. We're back at Slapshot, Utah. Leroy, how you doing, brother?
Doing good, along with the Mammoth, the Utah Mammoth, doing pretty good. 3 straight at home. Are we undefeated at home? Yes, we are. So we wanted to talk about, with 1 game left in the homestand, we wanted to talk about our Utah Mammoth winning games and kicking ass.
I love it. We saw each other at the home opener. How electric was that?
Yeah. That was crazy.
That was so
That was
cool.
crazy. It was so good to be back. Of course, I think the photo, which is going to go in everybody's 2025 yearbook, is that photo of Peterka.
With Ryan Smith.
I think he was, with Ryan. Peterka scoring the goal at 7, and then and then you got Ryan Smith in the background, the owner on the glass, which is a very unusual thing for an owner to be doing. So it speaks to the Utah Mammoth on so many different levels, to our ownership, to just the whole spirit of everything going on. So I thought that was just a killer photo. But yeah, that first game against the Flames, we saw goals by Barrett Hayton, JJ Peterka, and of course we had the empty netter by Kevin Stenland towards the end there. Great game. Fun to be back at the Delta Center. Of course, that wasn't the only fireworks. That wasn't the only big reveal. There was a special treat on opening night. Am I right?
No, exactly. And before we get to that, I want to break it down for everybody real quick. So my major thing last year, when I would talk to people about like why I thought Mammoth was such a good idea, because the intro is very different than last year. I liked the fake snow that they would throw down in the arena in the intro.
Yeah, that was cool.
I really thought that was cool.
Yeah.
We've kind of gone more EDM techno club-ish kind of intro now.
A lot of lasers.
A lot of smoke, which I'm not mad at. I like lasers and smoke. I think they look cool. Plus the cool little like tusk arch thing that the players come out of now. Sweet.
Is that how you describe it?
I don't know how,
is cool?
I think it's cool. I mean, to be fair, most NHL teams have a corny little thing they come out of when
Yeah.
And so I think
do they all hang them from the rafters? I don't know why. I know that I'm the stodgy old man in this conversation.
So I did
when it
the
comes
research.
to a lot of this, but
yes, they all hang in the
really?
rafters.
They all hang in the rafters.
So I did some research, and they do it in TD Garden. They do it in, because I was like, well, during Boston games, do you just see a fucking weird arch thing and you do.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Well, look, I mean, what else is it going to be? I can't really complain because it's an arch. They can skate through it. It has a prehistoric vibe. It has tusks.
Right. It lights up pretty cool. I like it. But then
it has a mild resemblance to a shibboleth, if you're a Lovecraft fan. Otherwise, you'll have no idea. But it kind of reminds me of
I enjoy it.
A large, amorphous mass that's just okay. So it's a cave and it's got tusks and everything, and it falls from the ceiling. I'm cool with that. And you're right. It's a lot more lasery. There's a lot more lasers.
But I'm not mad at it.
I'm
not knocking
I'm not mad at it. I mean, it's pretty cool that they have the projection power these days to not only do
I like that they now, especially like second year, now they like can project the players' faces on the ice. Which this is another thing I'll get into after sitting in Toyota Club for a game. We'll talk about that later, but I think the crow's nest is the move.
Oh yeah.
Well, so it's so cool to be on the ice, but the intro is not as cool from down there as it is from the $15 seats. Now, free beer. So we did the math. I drank 12 beers. I drank $208 worth of beer.
Wait, stand by. It's all you can drink
It's
beer
all you can
at the
all
Toyota
you can
Club?
eat and all you can drink beer. All you do is buy the liquor if you want a shot or anything, which I did not do. So
you just drank 14 Michelob Ultras.
I drank 12 Bud Lights.
12 of those big ass Bud Lights in a can.
And I didn't I was not very affected, but I woke up with the biggest headache in my life this morning. But the food was good. They had a Chipotle bowl. They had ice cream. So it's free wine and beer.
But did you find the Thor's hammer anywhere?
Here's another thing about growing up poor, Leroy, that they don't tell us about. So you grow up being in Utah and hearing about Toyota Club, and you're like, oh, that's the presidential setup. No. Right. Once you go to Toyota Club, you find out that's just Comfort Plus. They're still first class business and Delta One ahead of you. And so
really?
Yeah, so Black Desert Club is where the cool stuff is. And that's free everything. Everything is free down there. They'll if you could order a gin and tonic from your chair. And they'll bring it to you.
Would you call it the Black Diamond?
Black Desert.
What the fuck
Black Desert. The people that they sponsored that PGA course down in St. George.
Oh. So how are you going to get some tickets into there, bro?
I don't have the money.
I wonder what kind of
So
juice
my friend
that
Renee,
is
shout out, he'll never listen to this, but he bought them and it was $375 for his single ticket. He was second row behind the goal that would have been on the north side of the Delta Center. But
$375
for one ticket.
But you're gonna drink $200 with
no,
a beer.
So that's the thing is so we went with a couple friends, Pat and Michelle, shout out, owners of Big Willie's, go there, 1770 South Main Street. But so their tickets are $375 right there. But so what my boy Renee does, he just gets them last minute on game time and he sits down there. But so that's the thing, though. It really depends on how. It's I did not want to drink 12 beers. I did it out of the purpose of well, we're down here. I want to make it worth it for my friend Patrick for bringing me to this game for free, you know? But the food, food was really good. The food was really, really good. It was cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. Okay. So then we're at the Arch. So then the game starts. Okay, so we started out lackadaisical game opener. And I think that's because they did that stupid, here's your home team, circle on the center of the ice. Didn't like that.
Oh, yeah, that was a drag.
Did not like that.
Everybody out of it. No.
And after going to last night and they just go straight into the game, that's how they should have done it.
Yeah, that around the circle thing, that was
and it was awkward, and it was just God, dude, the players weren't feeling it, and I could just tell they came out lazy that first game because, dude, you don't want to do that. You're in the locker room getting ready, and now you gotta go sit in a circle and do some fucking ice taps to some random. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's no good. Yeah, that's bothersome. It bothered me.
Yeah,
I was just
dude, let's play some
hockey. Of course, the big reveal on opening night was the new mascot.
Yep.
Which, of course, got me into a little bit of trouble, John.
You don't say.
Well, so listen, something y'all need to understand. When I show up to these hockey games, you guys, I'm fucking lit, okay? And so, this fucking thing.
It's not that big of a deal, is what he's trying to say, people.
It's not. Well, that's just it. Is that I really ruffled some feathers and hurt some people's feelings because.
Dude.
Well, listen, you might have heard of the Friedrich Nietzsche before. You heard of Friedrich Nietzsche? I think it was in Beyond Good and Evil. I think it was one of his works. And he says one of the truest ways to love and appreciate something is to criticize it and analyze it, because it means you're not afraid of its truth. You don't have to delude yourself about its nooks and crannies, because part of loving and appreciating something completely is knowing what it is, and you can't do that without taking a sober, analytical, critical look at something. So what I'm trying to tell you is, once again, it's all the bleeding hearts out there that are trying to tell me, don't tell me how to fan, who finally turn around and tell me how to fan, because I expressed my disappointment, my righteous disappointment for the product of mascot that was turned out to us. Now listen, I know it's just a mascot. I'm not pissed. But the thing about this mascot is that, well, it's kind of like, they took away the signs. And it's kind of like, okay, now the mascot's not going to be Clubber. It's going to be Tusky. Okay. But everything that I kind of really enjoyed about that first season, which kind of this organic development, which was really charming, is now starting to feel a little contrived. Like SEG wants to... Look, if your bottom line on success for the mascot is whether or not you're going to sell not mascots, but stuffed animals in the team store and merchandise to little kids, by all means, you won the game. If that's the litmus to success, is how much shit we sell to the kids in the team store, then you got it, you nailed it. But I just kind of feel like, from an adult perspective, which I admit, the mascot theoretically isn't for the adult, although if you see the shtick of the Jazz Bear and kind of the borderline adult entertainment from time to time that the Jazz Bear presents, it just feels like this mammoth is a little infantilized. I mean, first things first, a mammoth is a hulking beast. This thing has got the body of like an NFL linebacker. I mean, thinner. It's just like, it almost reminds me of a horse. And I was just expecting something cooler. And when you kind of add it to all of the extra bullshit that's kind of, it kind of goes along with the signs thing. It's just like, wait a second, are we coming to an era here where we're trying to can the entire experience in the same way that a lot of Utah ventures do? Like, play it safe. Yeah, it's not a failure. But I just felt like the mascot was playing it safe for dollars. Maybe that's the name of the game, John. I don't know what you think.
Well, I enjoyed hearing that is, after listening to you say that, we can't put that in 140 characters on Twitter. So I hope everybody that's listening and was mad can hear that, because that's true. Because it is true. Like, we all know that the mascot is for the kids, right? And so if you want to sell some stuffed animals or something like that, but like, you're right, dude. We should have had just a crazy, burly, like, just put some fake, like, Hulk muscles on that thing or something,
Something. I mean, like, look, every NHL team seems like they've got their gimmick. Like, you've got the King's Court for the Golden Knights, and they're up there banging the drum, and they've got their whole thing going up there, okay? And then you've got, like, Gritty. Okay, now the thing about Gritty, the Flyers mascot, is that he's not cute at all. In fact, he's low-key terrifying. Okay?
I think I like that shtick, though.
Oh, I love that stuff, too, and that's my point. What I was hoping to do, in light of my disappointing of like, oh, they gave us a light blue cotton candy blue raspberry furry. I was kind of hoping, well, maybe if I just hate it hard enough and fast enough, it will eventually endear itself to me.
You got the clips.
Well, that's not really what I was looking for, but, the oppositional defiance disorder that dwells within me decided to double down once I started giving an adverse reaction. And there was some serious people who, they really like the mascot. So there was some Yeah, well, and then once you hurt people's feelings, they start coming after you for other shit. But that's just, that's dumb horse crap. Ultimately, it's a fucking mascot. It gets the job done. Look, you want me to tell you what my idea for the mascot?
Yeah, tell
Have we
me
talked
your
about
idea.
what my idea? All right, so listen, this is my thinking outside the box. Now, I had hoped, rather than making this cute little stuffed animal kind of furry mammoth, that we could do something like make the mammoth really mysterious. So you're going to have to use your imagination here with me.
Okay.
We have 2 mascots. Now, the number 1 mascot, the most active mascot, the mascot that skis down the stairs, that sprays the fire extinguisher on the shark, that does all the normal jazz bear duties. That's the caveman. Spotlight comes on in the Delta Center, section 104, and who do you see? You see the signature caveman. He doesn't even have to have a mask. He just have to awesome athletic chops. And he's got to be a performer.
Let's just
and
get
you
a
the
super
biggest,
buff guy to do it.
Yeah, get the biggest, hairiest, crazy, half Thor Bjornsson type, world's strongest man competition. And then the crowd goes wild because some crazy shit's going to go down, okay? But you see, that's the thing, that 85% of your mascot shtick is done by the caveman named Clubber. Now, here's the mysterious part. You find some Cirque du Soleil burnouts from Vegas. You're SEG. You've got the money. Let's do something that's going to impress their socks off. And you get these 2 Cirque du Soleil skating athletes a la the Zucker Brothers Top Secret movie. I don't know if you saw that, where the 2 guys walk around. One guy is in the back as the cow, and the other guy is the front legs of the cow and the cow.
That'd be funny.
So you got 2 guys in this mammoth costume, right? Or, man, woman, or whatever duo, okay? And these fuckers learn how to skate on the ice.
How cool would that have been?
So the big Cirque du Soleil fucking stunt is at halftime, or like not halftime, but like between the second and third period, where everybody knows it's fucking going down because now the mammoth is coming. Because the mammoth isn't here. The mammoth's not there. The mammoth's not giving out pretzels. The mammoth lies silent in the bowels of the Delta Center, waiting until... And then it's finally fucking time. And the Delta Center starts going fucking nuts, because here's going to come this Cirque du Soleil act. And as the Delta Center goes dark and the ice lights up, here comes this big old snuffleupagus motherfucker. He's going to skate a whole lap around the ice.
I mean, even if they would have done what they have with Tusky and just would have had him like blow into a giant like mammoth tusk and be like done something like a little more epic, other than like those play blocks that they just had him break out of.
Oh, well, and that was, you're supposed to thaw him out after 20,000 years.
Yeah, like what is that about?
It's been, but listen, from the top of section 135, because I'm the king of section 135.
Shout
from
out.
The top of section 135.
Shout out section 135. I know you guys are listening. I love that section.
Shout out section 135. From where we were up at the top of section 135, it just looked like a large plastic array of Duplo blocks.
And it was.
And it was, essentially. And so it had a plastic look to it. But now listen, though. There is another dimension to all of this, and it's something else that I want to bring out. And maybe I'm going to hurt some more feelings. Might as well. Shit, I'm off to a great start.
You're off to a great start, bro.
Yeah. The question I had for you is why, because remember, they told us everybody be in your seats at 7:15 or 6:15. Everybody be in your seats.
And then it didn't start till 7:30. That shit pissed me off, too.
And even when it did... You got the unveiling of the mascot. He's breaking out of the plastic Lego blocks. Like, the whole thing is like, and there's nobody in the lower bowl. Question for the lower bowlers. Where the fuck are you guys 5 minutes before face?
Well, I'll tell you, as someone that was just a lower bowler, they're eating free food and drinking free beer. And it's awesome in there, because I will.
Okay, all right, so that's where
they're
everybody
hanging
is.
out in there,
Thor's
and there's a
Hammer
countdown
in the Black
clock
Anus
in there
Club.
too.
Okay, all right.
So there's
makes more
countdown
sense, 'cause
clocks all over the Toyota Club and the Black Desert Club.
Well, it's like some weird Chinese fire drill. This is like
Yeah.
30 seconds before face-off. Everybody's in their
No,
seat
I'm
where they weren't 30
100%
seconds
with you
before.
on that shit.
That didn't add to the hype.
No.
Like, to have all this going on and seeing the entire half lower bowl empty, you're just kind of like, where are all these people?
Well, because in as being inspired from the outrage that you somehow created, I will say it was hilarious to see, like, oh, some 50-year-old doesn't like the mascot. I guess I'm like, your opinion doesn't matter. Also, your opinion on a 50-year-old not liking the mascot also doesn't matter, dude. So shut the fuck up. Let Leroy live. He doesn't like the mascot. Shut the fuck up, man.
Well, and that was just what was so funny. Like, you can't just scroll on and not allow me to like the mascot. You've got to somehow try
you got to make it about you.
Feelings or humiliate me.
I know. Oh, you're such a horrible person. Anyway, so inspired by that.
Well, they think I'm a horrible person because of the Kim Becker Motley Crue
which
joke.
I didn't even understand that joke. I just saw Motley Crue and Coke Off whatever, and I was like, yeah, it makes sense. I thought it was funny because I know you. You're just joking. So,
I'm just
I don't get it. People take the internet way too serious. But anyway, inspired by how pissed off you were, I put myself in the shoes of someone that would be pitching some type of hockey mascot to the SEG Corporation. So I'm going to list off some possibilities that could have been what we have. So first off, I'll start with Meltsy the Melting Mammoth. A sad but Meltsy the Melting Mammoth. A sad but sassy mammoth that slowly is turning into a puddle of ice cream, armed with a tiny shovel to fight climate change. And fans get a free Melty treat every win. Okay, that was one that I thought would be kind of cool.
I love it. It's multidimensional. It's slightly woke for the people. So
and they would like it,
okay,
you know?
I can see that being some kind of corporate solution for
since everything
just creating something that could have been cool.
We also got Tundra Cuda, the tundra shark. A landlocked shark with woolly fins, chomping on hockey sticks like they're fish sticks. Inspired by Utah's fossilized seas.
See, these could have been all of the prehistoric friends. See, that would have been part of what might have been cool about naming it the Utah Fury. Is
we could have just done whatever.
We could have I
do like
menagerie
mammoth,
of dinosaur. I like the mammoth too. It's the best of what it is. We got a good thing going here. Any other?
I got three more for you.
All right.
Okay, I got Quake Maw the Earthquake Gopher. A hyperactive gopher with seismic buck teeth, earthquaking the arena by burrowing under the benches. Nods to the Utah's fault lines.
I love it.
Okay, second to last, Oog the Oaf. A goofy caveman who just chases the puck around yelling, Oog! He trips over himself every time, but he somehow scores the goal, and the whole crowd just goes, Oog, 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 Oog.
I love it. Now that's the best of the bunch.
Okay, this is
because I'm hot on the caveman.
This is my favorite one, and Ryan Smith, if you're listening, you guys should do this. Frostfang the Viking Yeti. Okay, a burly, horned, helmeted Yeti wielding a rune-covered hockey stick, belting out war cries in a fake Scandinavian accent. That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
We could have them all.
It would be like the chef on the Muppet Show. Yeah, just a fake Scandinavian. It would be so good.
It would be so good.
Anyway, but that opening game was awesome.
Tusky, Yes, opening game was awesome.
And I will say,
It was
I
nice
like
to be back in
Tusky's
Build
grown
Center.
on me. I like Tusky. I like to think it's a nod to SLC Punk with the mohawk. I like that they change his hair. I like that last night when he was in the lower bowl, I saw he took his mohawk off and then gave it to a young fan who put the mohawk on and then took a picture. That's pretty cool.
Oh, it's a
Yes,
detachable
it's
mohawk.
detachable, so he can take the. So he took the mohawk
Okay.
off, put it on like a 10-year-old kid, and then took a selfie.
That was
That's
one of
pretty
my
cool.
original criticisms, is that it was a royal blue mohawk outside of our color scheme.
But I did
It
think
should've been
that
a
was
black
cool.
mohawk.
And opening game delivered. It was so fun. I loved that.
The game against the Sharks, we got a Nick Schmaltz hat trick.
So was that
delight.
the first hat trick in Mammoth, Utah hockey history?
No, Barrett Hayton had a
That's
hat
right.
trick on the road last
That's
year.
right. It was the
I
first
believe.
home hat trick.
Yep, first one in the building. Yes, Schmaltzy making
Schmaltzy,
a
good job,
play.
bub.
Well, we mentioned last a few episodes ago what we thought might happen with Nick Schmaltz, like kind of in a holding pattern. We don't hear, well, what's going on with the Nick Schmaltz contract talks? You don't really hear a lot of that. So you wonder, is this just a signing that's going to happen? Because Schmaltz, if he can continue to produce like this, and we can keep him on,
He ain't going nowhere.
he's banging. Well, he could.
Well, no,
I
I'm
mean,
saying
I don't
is
hear
like
any
if he
extension talks,
keeps doing that, you know.
Well, he's so good if he continues to play like this. I mean, he had a rough beginning to last season.
Yeah, he definitely
And so it's
did.
nice to see Schmaltz start the season hot, especially in a year where we're 4-2, and by the time the Olympics come around, I think we'd like to be feeling very confident about where we're going with the playoffs. But
Amen.
a lot can happen between then and now. The other thing we got against the Sharks is we got our first Liam O'Brien goal.
I loved it too.
Spicy
And
tuna.
of course it was like off like a crazy broken play. I love that. It's such a spicy tuna goal. I'm glad he got it. I think it helps him in his confidence too. I will say I'm fast forwarding just a little bit and I'll come right back. Haven't seen him win a lot of fights. He even lost the one last night, but we'll come back to that.
Well, there was a lot of energy about last night's fight, but yeah, I think he got in a fight Friday night. There's been Liam O'Brien has been getting his ice time. We'll say that he has a healthy scratch for most of last season. It seems like DeSimone and is it Carcone? Yeah. Those guys are sitting on a healthy scratch. So Liam O'Brien is seeing time and he is making the most of it, which you love to see that for spicy tuna, because I think it would be easy to say that last season was a disappointment for tuna. So nice to see him lighten up the Delta Center, and of course, last night's game, Sunday night's game.
Yeah.
Against the Boston Bruins. Who wins the game? It's my man Dylan Guenther.
Another
game-winning
dude.
goal.
He's so good,
Yep.
dude.
Yeah, goals by Keller, Cooley, and Guenther. This team is doing what? Wasn't the greatest game by the Mammoth against the Bruins. They still found a way to win, that's what winning teams are all about, is even when you're not playing your best hockey, you still find a way to win.
I agree.
Sure feels like Guenther is going to be taking a step forward from what was already a big breakout season last year.
100% agree. Especially being like I still am an amateur hockey fan. I don't really understand a lot. Most of my friends don't either, but even like my friend Milo, shout out, it was his first hockey game ever last night. And even he, from the very top of the crow's nest, was like, number 11 is sick. Like, I'm going to get one of his jerseys. It's one of those things where even without being a super like analytical fan, you can just tell number 11 took a step forward and he is rocking.
Yeah. Yeah, and it surprised me. There's not as many pre-made Guenther jerseys as I would have thought.
Especially with the
Seems
8-year contract extension. Like, he's here till 2033, people.
Yeah, it's funny, as they had JJ Peterka.
He's the number one selling jersey right now.
Yeah. Well, isn't it Keller?
Keller definitely, but they sold out of
Keller's
Peterka,
like number 4 NHL overall. But yeah, so Peterka sells all these jerseys, and it's kind of like, well, what's pre-made and available?
If you're a
get
real jazz or not jazz, dumbass, fucking Mammoth Ice Jazz fan, let's top four jerseys: Veggie, Gunther, Keller, and honestly, I think it should be Cooley, but I've seen a lot of Krause jerseys.
You know,
and Sergachev too.
Sergachev are tasting a Krause resurgence.
People love Krause out here, and I do too. 6'7", but like, I don't get it. Like, I would buy and maybe because I'm a Steelers fan and he's a Yinzer, I love Cooley, but dude, Gunther is, I think, our best player, but I'm also an idiot, so take that as a grain of salt.
Have you heard about Lawson Krause's dog, Butterpig?
Nope. So that's probably why I don't want a Krause jersey.
Lawson Krause and his wife have a pug that has an Instagram page. The pug itself is famous, and that pug is called Butterpig. It was a beloved animal in Arizona.
Now
and I believe it made the trip to Utah.
Now I get it. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
So I have the blank Utah Hockey Club jersey. I've been thinking about doing number 1 and Archie as the custom on there.
Oh, there you go.
Just because I want to make a jersey of like we were saying about like how we were hoping SEG would do like a nod to the OGs. I got to do a nod to the OGs on my original jersey,
Right. Yeah. Have you seen Archie lately? Archie's like a full-grown
dude.
Dog
He's full, dude. Me and Meg went and petted him yesterday, and I was like, dude, this is a full-grown dog now.
That's a full big old black lab.
Cutie.
Okay, so look, we've got one more game this homestand. We're gonna play the Avalanche.
8 o'clock puck drop is crazy.
It's gonna be a late night at the DC. 8 o'clock puck drop. Lots of TV timeouts. Don't plan on getting out of there until 10:30.
11:30, man.
It's going to be a late night. Utah is 4-2 overall. The Colorado Avalanche are 5-0 and 1 overtime loss in the Central Division. Rematch of opening night. It was a game that the Mammoth were in. Wouldn't it be nice if the Mammoth could run a clean slate on this homestand and head out of town undefeated at home? John, what are you thinking?
I would love us to end this on a 4-0 stand, but I'm going to do exactly what I said on Saturday, and it broke my heart because I took BYU for the win. I think the Avalanche win 3-2 tomorrow. They're so good. I think we're just a little too high right now, and it's a late game. I don't see a lot of people going out and being loud, but I hope I'm proven wrong. Shout out to our homie in section 135. I won't say your name because I don't know how you feel about me talking about you in public, but hey, you were right. I was hella wrong about the Blackhawks. I thought we were going to beat them by 5 points, but here we are. But I take Avalanche 3-2 tomorrow, and we take our first home loss.
Okay, that logic would follow. However, I am going to be the eternal optimist. I am going to try and redeem myself from all of my Tusky bad juju, and I'm going to say the Utah Mammoth blow up the Colorado Avalanche 4-1 on Tuesday night, and we're going to be the talk of the National Hockey League Central Division. Good show. It was nice talking to you. I think I'm pretty happy with where the season is going. I cannot wait for some of these matchups coming up, and just to see whether or not this team can deliver on what feels like a bubble playoff team. They're playing like winners right now.
I agree, Leroy. And I just got to say it for my piece is like, man, anyone out there that might be hate listening, thank you so much. And also, Leroy's a good guy, man. We just be talking shit. If you've ever even hung around us for 15 or 20 minutes, you know that Twitter is like not even real for us. We're too good fucking just hanging out dudes that just want to have fun watching hockey, and we love to be fucking, what's the word? Like, where you always are just voting against people. Contrarian. We love to be contrarian over here. So, Leroy, it's so good to talk to you, man. And go Mammoth. I hope you're right. I've been losing all my bets. Actually, it's funny that I'm just going to say this because it's a funny way to end, but I've been losing a lot of bets the last 2 weeks. So I literally bet $50 on BYU to win. And that was the only bet I won all weekend. And I'm like, this is so dumb. And so let's go Mammoth. This has been such a great season. This is a fun opening season episode, Leroy. It has been great to talk to you, man.
Okay, we'll talk to you soon enough. Go Mammoth. Slapshot Utah. Sign it out.
Hell yeah, go Mammoth.
Tusked up.